What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Um, this one is about a black man, black woman communication issue. Um, I was at work, just got on YouTube, chilling, working, listening to things, and Tess Dizzle uploaded a conversation with Malcolm X talking about women, marriage, manhood, relationships. It was a plethora of things at the time. But one thing Brother Malcolm said that caught my attention, it was in the very beginning, the whole thing caught my attention. But he says, you know, ladies, don't watch so much TV. Because a man, when he has something serious to talk about, he don't want to talk about baby talk or house stuff or shoes or clothes. Or, it's not stimulating to his intellect. And it made me think, like, I realized I rarely have a stimulating conversation with some of our women, with most of our women. It's always some superficial, materialistic, fantasized conversation. And and I'm sure this goes both ways. But the problem I was having was I had to look back at my own life and say, man, because for those who say, you need to maybe date better quality women if you want to have good conversations, no. Because I've dated women who've been to college, to women with multiple degrees. And if you ask me if I graduated college, yes. The thing is, he's right. Like a lot of times I've dealt with women and I realized that they couldn't hold a conversation of substance. It was just like out of their, I don't know if it was out of their stereotype for black men or it's just completely out of their league. Like I grew up with my grandparents when if you weren't educated, you at least learned enough to fake like you were. I don't have historical conversations with women. I don't have political conversations with women. I don't have religious conversations with women. I don't have um, philosophical conversations with women. And it's weird. Like and what's wild about it is, even when I go to work, the men talk, even some of the women talk, and I have these conversations with everybody else but my own women. But if we're talking about simple stuff, sex, clothes, shoes, the newest movie, the newest gossip, it's a long conversation. And I start thinking, damn, I remember getting that look. And if you don't know what that look is, I remember plenty of women saying, you know what, we don't talk about nothing. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Let's talk about this. Whoa, that's a little deep, don't you think? Okay, let's talk about this. I don't know nothing about that. Okay, let's talk about this. Why? Okay, let's talk about this. Why? Okay, what would you like to talk about? I don't know. You're looking for intelligence and you're looking for depth, but the minute it's presented, you go blank. And I mean, these are women with master's degrees. I done this, had this kind of dialect with, and it's ridiculous. So I'm wondering, and it's more of a relationship issue because the older you get, the more mature you get. I'm all for sex and all that, but it kind of gets old and redundant when you can't have a conversation with somebody that's worth a damn. Like and at the same token, girls get mad because you have sex a few times, and it's like, well, we should go further. It's like, go further to what? Like, I can't even talk to you. We can't even we can't even have an intellectual enough conversation to have a difference about anything unless it's got to do with materialism. Or I mean, the most in-depth conversation I've had with women are centered around feminism. That's it. Can't go can't go no further than that. You can't. I can't go to history. I can't go to. It's bad when I can't even talk to a woman about cooking. It's bad. And I cook. I like to cook. And I didn't taught more women how to cook than a little bit, and that's ridiculous. And I learned from my grandmother and my grandfather because he was a baker. Uh, that, it made absolute sense. If you can't have a conversation with somebody, how in the hell are you going to have a relationship with somebody? And a lot of times, everybody, and the most cliche thing people say, communication is key. But nobody ever said it to me that way, where I was like, you're right, I can't talk to you about anything. I can't talk to you about my inner feelings because, hell, you can't even, too shallow for that. I can't talk to you about my ambitions because you don't care. I can't talk to you about my perspective on current events because you're not up to date with them. I can't talk to you about history because you never interested in you. All we talking about is sports, sex, and superficial shit. So I think we need to step that up. And I'm not, and I'm sure women feel the same way about some men. It's just, I mean, in my lifetime, I haven't seen it. Oddly enough, I just haven't. Like when a guy neurons start firing and he gets smart on you and he start talking, I see women shut down. Just, whoa, you're a man. You're supposed to be beneath me and I'm supposed to be smarter than you. What are you doing being so smart? The fuck? So anyways, man, yeah, that's sad. It is.